Good morning, everybody. Welcome to The Lead Live. It is Wednesday. What is it?
Wednesday.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
All right.
Positive. Very busy this week. The 22nd.
Today I'm stacked up until about 4 o'clock.
Same.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. I don't know how I'm going to walk those dogs today. These are things that worry me.
Your own dogs or someone else's?
My own dogs, yeah.
Oh. Sure.
They won't go outside.
Oh.
They're very foo-foo, which is ridiculous. Welcome to the show. We're live from the Peterson Health Digital Studio here at Pint & Plow Brewing Company. Just let me show you the situation here at the Plow. Here it is. That's it. It's the wall of... Hey there. It's the wall of gluten. It's Jeremy's 2.5 tons of what was that? What does it say?
Flour.
Mead?
Denton County
Is it?
wheat malt. Denton County wheat malt for some kind of brew that Walter's cooking up. So that's our situation here.
It's like 7 foot tall. It's very tall.
Oh yeah, it's very tall.
Yeah,
it's at least 7
they
feet
can't
tall.
see.
Yeah, it's big.
Yeah.
I could actually, let me see here. I could move the camera up and down.
Very tall.
Oh, it's 2 is this one. This is camera 2. This is how far I can go down. But you can see how tall it is.
Yeah, it's tall.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there you go. The wall of gluten, though, is still here. All right. If I had gluten, it would destroy me. Like not taking care of your car would be destroyed.
Mm-hmm.
The guts of your car would be destroyed. My guts would be destroyed. But fortunately, if you have a car that's going to be destroyed by gluten, we have Quick Lane over at Ken Stipple Ford. For all your service needs, make an appointment today at 830-257-5557. They will get you on the road. They are awesome. They also have a mobile service van. You have a Jeep product, though.
I do, yeah. But my husband owns Fords.
So he can get it done.
And we're always looking at the trucks they have at Ken Stipple.
Yeah.
I like
Maybe
the
in the
Bronco.
future. Oh, yes.
Cute.
Like the Bronco.
The big one, not the little.
Not the little
Yes.
one? Not the little one? You don't
The
like the
little potato
the
one.
little potato one? It's like their it's like their version of the Subaru Forester, right? Is the little one.
They probably wouldn't like hearing that, but yes.
No, they're going to defeat the Subarus.
Okay.
They're trying to they're trying to knock them out. I asked Leslie Jones, by the way, if we could get her a Ford F-350 Super Cab dually, and she's like, no.
No, of course not.
I said, Leslie, you need a
car.
big vehicle to get around.
She has a great vehicle.
I know she has a Kia, but
Yeah.
I want her to have something with some authority.
That would show it.
It would show it.
That would be authoritative.
She could fit way more kittens in it.
Yeah, I know exactly. You put a cab on it. She could just do stuff around that. By the way, the other voice you're hearing this morning is Leah Westra of how do we call it? What do we call this thing? It's the Hill Country Council on Alcohol and Drug Abuse.
Yes.
HCADA?
Hakata.
HCADA.
Hakata.
Well, that sounds good. Sounds a little bit. Never mind. I won't say it.
Don't say it.
Sounds like a Japanese toilet brand.
Oh.
Hakata. Luxury Japanese toilet.
Luxury. That would be the
Yeah.
key point there.
What else we have to do here? Oh, we got sponsors.
Your other sponsors?
Oh, that's right.
We can't just talk about Ken Stipple all the time that we love them so much.
Well, have you know them, right? You know
Capricia?
Stipple. Capricia.
We love
she's
Capricia.
awesome.
Yeah, we just worked with her on a couple things.
Yeah. Trail Ready is the Hill Country Bicycle Works. They're ready to help you out get on the road for bicycling. They have a big event this weekend over at the Kerrville Shriner Park. It's the Mountain Bike Festival, and that's really, really in earnest Sunday. But Saturday they have a bunch of clinics and things like that going on. So take a look at their website or visit the Kerrville. City of Kerrville's Parks and Rec Department too. They have information about it as well. If you need, and I clearly need this, Christy Vick has told me before that this is something that I need immediately, and that's microcurrent therapy. And that's where they hook you up to the machine and they zap you. And apparently it works great for ADHD. Kelly Hagemeyer tried it apparently, and she said it really did help her.
That's awesome.
Yeah. She did it after I took her picture 450 times at the Baubles and Beads event. So there you go. Now let me see here. Stand by, everybody. We got a text message from Andrew Gay. What has he got going on? Let's see. Oh, he has a new email now. Gee, Merry Christmas. All right.
I heard
by.
that's good for concussions too.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
The microcurrent therapy?
Yes.
Now, here's something. You guys can talk about this definitively. Speaking of therapy, Salt Wellness.
Yes. We both love
Now,
it.
wait a
Big
minute.
fans.
Tell us what happened to you. What's your name again, Stacy?
Good morning, Liz.
Good morning. How are you?
No, I just, I'm like 9 months postpartum now and sleeping with a baby next to me, holding a baby, carrying a baby, feeding a baby. I just hurt my shoulder-ish.
Just like it just was like hurting then, and
Yeah, it was just like for a whole week. I was
Yeah.
crying in pain.
Oh.
Couldn't move at night, basically, when is like the busiest time for a 9-month-old. So my husband was like, go get yourself a massage. And so I went over to Salt, which I've been there before. But I used massage therapist Tiara, and she was fantastic.
And then
Highly recommend.
There's like a connection here, Leah.
Yes. So Tiara Hodges is my sister.
Wow.
Small town.
And she's amazing, and she will, in a good way, beat you up. She will tackle your knots.
She helped a lot.
Yeah, she's amazing.
Were you ever like in a position where you were like screaming?
No, but she at one point, because she found the pain, it's not like up here, but it was like deep in my armpit, and she was like, this is gonna hurt, and she was like working through knots in there.
See, that's what's amazing.
I just breathed through it. We were
that's
fine.
That's what's amazing to me about massage therapists is the really great ones know.
Yeah.
Like they know they can touch your body in not a weird way, in an appropriate way. And they can find those knots.
Yeah.
And
I thought it was like all up here, and she was like, no, it's actually deep in here, which is called like the root cause. And I was like,
yeah, she can tell as you're walking in what is hurting. And it's very, it's not just, squish, squish.
Yeah, it's not like a relaxed massage. It's like
we are treating your pain. She's amazing.
Yeah. I'm seeing her on Friday too. So make your appointment. You can make your appointment online.
Salt has a lot of other services as well. They got an amazing group of people there. Andrew Gay, by the way, you need a massage, right, Andrew? Andrew.
Oh, yes, I can hear you.
He said, oh, yes.
Good. Stand by, Andrew. We're going to get Andrew Gay here. Don't speak yet, Andrew. Don't talk yet. Don't talk yet.
Who's your other sponsors, Lewis? Let's work through this.
Wait a minute. Let me get Andrew loaded up. We're still talking about Salt.
Oh, okay. Great.
What's your go-to, though, at Salt?
Me?
Yeah.
Tiara.
Like, what does she do for you?
Well, just I carry my tension in my lower back and shoulders.
Yeah.
And working through that. For a while there, when I was initially diagnosed with AFib, I was going to her once a month just for relaxation. Just
Oh
for
my gosh.
tension and.
That's a pretty heady. Diagnosis. Yeah. That's not good.
But I had an ablation in January.
Oh, really?
2024, and I've been.
Fine ever
sinus
since.
rhythm. Hello.
Good.
Good. Don't forget, we have a new veterinary clinic in town. Friends, they're here to help you out, and Friends Veterinary Clinic. They also provide, and Tara Legenza was on the show yesterday, and she pointed this out too. It's really great to have an after-hour emergency service now here in town as well. Dr. Samantha McIntosh is your one to go to, and she can help you out at Friends Veterinary Clinic. I'm pretty confident we have really good vets here. I think it's good to have another choice here as well. But Friends Veterinary Clinic, 1294 Bandera Highway in the former Lafayette Animal Hospital. Apparently my Cartwheels ad has died. It's gone to heaven, apparently.
Well, go to Cartwheels.
We'll go to Cartwheels.
They're great.
Yeah, they are great.
I went last week for lunch.
They did the catering, by the way, at Baubles and Beads, and it looked delicious, but I wasn't able to have any of it. So there you go. Andrew Gay, Texas Hill Country Advisors, now joins us with a look at the markets. Andrew, what's the word, my friend?
Yeah, good morning, Lewis. Andrew Gayer, independent financial advisor with Texas Hill Country Advisors. We offer securities and investment advisory services through LPL registered investment advisor member FINRA SIPC. A couple of things on our mind this morning. What I will not bore you with, and what I really would love to talk about, is the ending of the quantitative tightening cycle from the Federal Reserve and their reduction of their balance sheet. But I will spare you all that and just say that the main thing that is on markets' minds right now is the offbeat inflation report that we get this coming Friday. It's a delayed release because of the government shutdown. It's the CPI report. That's the first of two inflation metrics that we get every month. The investors, market analysts, economists are watering at the mouth to get that report because it's delayed. But also it comes at a time where the Fed is at a pivotal moment where they just cut for the first time in a year a few weeks ago, and they're scheduled to meet and more than likely cut rates again next week. So those are the main two things the market is focused on, other than earnings. The stock market anyway, has been up the last few days and has had a couple of really good weeks and is a really good few months. But most recently, this week has been good and positive in the stock market because of earnings. So we started off with the big banks that came out, and I mentioned that on your show Monday.
Yeah.
That the Bank of America reported something like 23% profit gain year over year, and then J.P. Morgan, Citibank, some of the big guys were right in line behind that with like double-digit profit growth year over year. Netflix came out with their earnings this morning. It was they were actually in line with what was expected from the street. However, their stock was down like 7% this morning. But that just goes. I say that just to highlight, that earnings reports might be a mixed bag. But what we look for, what the market really looks for, is the overall sentiment of, okay, there's maybe one bad report. We even got that report last week about Zion Bank reporting some bad loans, and that kind of spooked the regional bank sector. But overall, so far earnings have been good. So the market will continue to.
It was Zion Bank, the bank of the Mormon Church, that was one. I didn't realize that.
I can't tell you exactly what. I know that it was Zion, but I think there's another word in the title of the name. But give it a quick goo. You'll find it.
All right. Did you say give it a quick goo? What's wrong with you?
Goo.
Yeah. All right.
A goo.
Hey, did you hear this story, by the way, Andrew? That Travis Kelce is investing in Six Flags to revive them. Apparently, they're in trouble. Did you know that? Six Flags, the Magic Mountain, what is it, Fiesta, Texas thing, parent company?
Sure. Okay.
He's investing in them.
Interesting.
Yeah. He wants to revive it, apparently. Apparently, there's an activist investor that's got Travis Kelce to give him some money. Travis Kelce has his own money, and then but he's a kept man because she's got the money. So, anyway.
Yeah, I would just tell you from my industry experience, usually when you're at that level and you have a certain amount of wealth, the game changes to where you're really looking at all times for opportunity to where to put your money so that it can grow. And I think of when you mention stuff like that, where it's like people that aren't known for their wealth necessarily, they're known for like being an athlete or a celebrity or something. I think of Rick Ross. He's a hip hop artist, and if I'm not mistaken, I think he has a portfolio of like 30. What's the wing place that's here?
Wingstop.
Wingstop. Yeah, he owns like 30 of them, I think.
Oh, Shaq owns.
I was gonna say Shaq owns like Walmart.
He owns tons of stuff. Yeah.
Yes.
A burger fast food place.
Yeah. So I'm not surprised that Travis Kelce would find pockets of things to get his hands into like that.
Hey, what do you think of our mountain of gluten, by the way? Do you still see that on the screen there?
Yeah, I see that. It's impressive.
It's an impressive mountain. It's still there.
It doesn't give you like the shakes being that close to it.
I feel nauseated. So it's just beautiful, though. Anything else going on today?
No, that's it.
How was your little cult meeting yesterday?
Oh yeah, I'm not a part of it anymore. I rolled off of the steering committee last year, but I went to the alumni happy hour that they had at Grape Juice, and it was awesome. I even, I think Libby was the one that put it together, and
nice.
She did a really good job because there was like 20 people there, 18.
Of course she did.
She did it. She does all the heavy. Well, because she's the youngest person around still, so they like throw all the work.
But it was good to see that because we've had that going for 2 programs now, and it was nice to see that many people show up. So, and yesterday was the first day of this year's class, which is class 40. So they were all really happy. And
class 40, best class ever.
They were happy. They were happy to get the first day under their belt.
Well, all right, good job.
Yeah.
Well done.
All right, guys,
always.
have a good show.
Right, thank you.
Bye, Drew.
If you could tear down any historic building in America, which one would you tear down first? Go, Stacy. Which one would you tear down first?
I was not prepared for this question.
If you were to tear down any historic building, which one would you tear down first? To build something else.
To build something else,
Yeah.
or to update it.
Update it. Yeah.
Oh, probably the White House.
The White House. That would be your first one, right?
Yep.
That's politically correct here in Kerrville.
That's politically correct.
Leah, what would you tear down?
Very loaded question. Maybe more practically a hospital of some sort.
Oh,
so
yeah, there you
could
go. Yeah.
Make it better.
Yeah. Yeah.
Upgrade hospital.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be good. But it has to be historic, though.
Well, is Walter Reed historic?
Oh, sure it is.
I
yeah.
mean, so
Yeah, you can upgrade that. You can put a
Yeah.
new surgery center in there.
Yeah.
But meanwhile, in Washington, D.C. right now, they are tearing down the White House. This is the east side of the White House. Let me see what the latest is. Yes. Historic Preservation Group yesterday asked the Trump administration to pause the White House East Wing destruction. You know what's interesting about this is that, and I'm sure they can't do it because there's a bunch of probably stuff underground there as well. I spoke at an event. I don't doubt there's probably a need. Well, there's two things I don't doubt that Trump needs. I think a ballroom there's probably some valid reason for that. You know, and I just look at it from our own experience here in the Hill Country that, you know, wouldn't it be nice to have a more elegant ballroom for events at the Hill Country Youth Event Center?
Mm-hmm.
You know, so I could see like us expanding that. Like that's probably because that place always is there. There's other private spots, but they have a pretty big limit. Like we were at the Baubles and Beads event on Saturday over at the YO. Terrific venue, as is End of the Hills. I know where the charity ball is going to be. Where's that going to be at this year? Somewhere else.
Sandera Springs.
Sandera Springs. That's what
Right?
it is.
Is that
You're
correct?
right. You're right. You're correct.
Okay.
But again, it limits you on how big you can go. So we need one that holds at least 700 people, and you know is maybe not the acoustics are are problematic.
We need high ceilings. Lots of light.
Changeable lights, things like that. So I could see that. But I was speaking at a conference in Austin a couple weeks ago, or like I guess a month ago now, and it was like underground. It was crazy.
That's cool.
It was this really dramatic space, and they had just it was some
Austin's
conference.
different. Yeah.
Well, it was some UT thing, right?
Oh, cool.
So I'm sure they could have done it somewhere, you know. But it's just like the Redskins. I'm sorry, the Washington Commanders are going to move back to DC now, and they're going to build a new stadium. And you know, this last year, the weather sucked, you know, for the inauguration. And you could do the inauguration inside of a stadium. You know, it'd be perfectly fine if the weather was bad inside a dome stadium, which I think they're going to build. So I don't know. These are the things I think about. So, but when you look at what's going to happen with the White House, it's going to fundamentally change our view of the White House, and people are not happy about this is all. And there's quite a bit of discussion about this. The Republicans are trying to defend it. The Democrats are attacking it. As a historical person, I think it's kind of a bad deal, but
yeah, I
we'll
think
see.
that. I don't know all the details, but I think a handful of presidents have made big changes to the White House, and I'm sure that all of them had pushback.
Yeah, I mean, I think, you know, the biggest change was in the 40s when Harry Truman was president, and he discovered basically that the thing was like falling apart, you know? And they basically gutted it, you know, on the inside. And they kind of did what they're doing in the Hunt's Door. They left the facade up and they gutted the inside of it to do it. And they've had to do stuff too. Where there's bunkers and stuff like that. But it hasn't fundamentally shifted the way that we look at it, you know, as well.
The views of it.
This will do that. So
change is hard.
Change is hard, especially when it's going to be weird looking.
Sure.
Let me see what else we have. Yesterday was a big day for Shriner University volleyball team. They're having a historic season, guys. They have their last home match before the conference tournament, which is here in Kerrville. The last game is October 31st against St. Thomas, who beat them, who beat Shriner last weekend, or 2 weekends ago, I guess it was. And Shriner is tied for first place in the conference. They played Houston Tillotson last night, and it was a non-conference matchup, and they took them out in 3. But I'm telling you, even though Houston Tillotson wasn't good, they had some players who could get up there and they could just hit the heck out of the ball. And D3 volleyball is a lot of fun to watch. So if you get a chance to go out there, it's free. It's free. There's no reason why you can't go out there and enjoy some women's volleyball. Next Friday, October 31st, I know it's a trick-or-treat day, and there's probably high school football, but you get a chance to go out and see Shriner play. They're great. They're 17-4, I think, right now.
Wow.
It's the best season so far in history of the program.
That's awesome.
In the NCAA era. They beat Colorado College 2 weeks ago for the first time ever. It was their first win against Colorado College. So Shriner is hot right now in volleyball. And they had senior night, so they said goodbye to some players. But the one that was near and dearest to our heart is Jenna Palomares, who is like 5 feet tall, right? And she works here at Pint and Plow.
Okay.
Part-time. And she just
is not a tall volleyball player.
No, but she is a workaholic, and she just plays her heart out. And she's really great here at Pint and Plow because nothing drops on the floor. She's there. She's super quick.
Oh, my God.
Not on the floor, maybe on the ceiling.
Maybe on the ceiling.
Yeah.
If they throw it up, she can't get to it. But if it's going to drop, like if you bring your boys and they got food coming out of their mouth, she's right there.
She's going to be there?
Johnny
I
on the
love
spot.
it. Can she come to my house?
Yeah, diving. We need to do a commercial like that. So, also yesterday, I took a little tour yesterday afternoon. I was called by somebody to say, come out and see, these you'll see these artists all over town right now because it's Paint Kerrville week here.
Yes, we love Paint Kerrville week.
Yeah, it's so awesome, right?
Yeah.
And
Arcadia's a sponsor.
That's right, you are a sponsor. So I went, but I saw some people painting on the river, and I ran across one named Carla Cisneros, who's from Houston, and I talked to her for a bit. And we have a story on her in the newsletter this morning, and it was very nice to talk to her about why she was painting the river. She was painting just below the G Street Bridge, just east of G Street there, and she was focused on a clump of sort of surviving bald cypress trees. And she was painting different angles as the light changed throughout the day. So she had several different works that she was working on. And I asked her, I said, she goes, well, I wasn't sure that I wanted to come after the storm, after the flood. She's like, before the flood, I was like so excited to come be a part of this. After the flood, I wasn't sure. And then she said that they drove out to Camp Mystic like last week, and she was really then committed, then she said, to paint the river. It's just weird.
It is weird.
But she's she was painting in a spot that you really couldn't have gotten to before the flood because there was this camera just won't stay in focus. I don't know what the heck's going on with it. Super annoying. Where's my technical help? Where's Libby? Anyway, you couldn't paint that spot before because there was so much, there was so much foliage there. Foliage?
Yeah,
foliage?
you said that great.
Yeah, whatever. There was stuff. There was vegetation there. But now it's all washed away. So she found a little shady spot and she was just painting. So, and she just said, I still am moved by the water. And I'm like, yeah. And it was very peaceful. And it's just weird to think that river did what it did. And you look at it now, and it's moving along pretty nicely, but it's just so peaceful and quiet again, and pretty. And so, I don't know. It's one of those things we have to kind of deal with.
Yeah.
Later today, we'll have it live, by the way, on the Facebook page. Oh my gosh, this camera.
I was just about to say. It's not great.
There, you can look at the top of my head. We'll have the UGRA meeting, Upper Guadalupe River Authority meeting. Will be live on the lead, and they're going to have this guy from UT come talk about weather forecasting. Professor, what the heck is this guy's name? David Maidment, and he spoke at the hearing on July 31st here in Kerrville about the need for improved flood forecasting because the technology just isn't quite there yet. So that'll be the day. I think that meeting is, what time is that meeting at? 3 o'clock, 2 o'clock? Please be 3 o'clock. 3 o'clock. Woo! Okay, I got a little time today. Got some time back today. A couple things to keep in mind this week that are happening. Today, let me look here. There's the history story time over the Kerr Regional History Center at 10 o'clock. Friends of the Library book sales today from 11 to 2. The ABCDs of Medicare. That's a presentation that I look forward to having one day. I think what is it, 67 now you have to get Medicare, or 62?
62,
63?
5, yeah.
65?
I was going to say my parents have it.
Yep.
I'm a decade away. It's at 4:30. The Hill Country Guitar Club meets at 5 o'clock at Trailhead Beer Garden. Lotteria across the street over at Tail Chasers today at 6:30. So that's going to be fun.
Mm-hmm.
Tomorrow, this is something you would do with your guys, Duplo. Although, older dude's not quite Duplo. He's Lego guy now.
He's Lego, yeah. Lego all the way.
There's a Talking Texas book club tomorrow at the library at noon. The movie chat is Picture at Hanging Rock, which I'm not really quite sure what that movie is about. 3:30 p.m. tomorrow at the library. There's Art in the Park at Louise Hayes Park tomorrow at 4:30.
We're going to be there.
Nice.
There is the After the Flood Recovery and Renewal. We'll be there for this event at 6 o'clock tomorrow.
What is that event?
This is the Hill Country Alliance's event, the Texas Water Symposium, discussing the long-term recovery of the UGRA, or of the Upper Guadalupe River following the July 4th floods.
Is that going to be on Zoom, or is that?
No, you can go sit, you can go sit there.
I can't. No, I can't go sit there. I work.
6 o'clock at night.
Tomorrow?
Oh, you have bingo tomorrow.
Yeah. Well,
Johnny Van Jones at Trailhead and Country Nights open mic night over at Gravity Check.
and Not Your Granny's Bingo at Arcadia Live.
Yeah, at Arcadia
It's
Live.
reserved already.
Yeah, you already sold out, right?
Yeah, we sell out in like the first few days.
What else is going on at Arcadia Live?
Typically. So that is Thursday. On Friday, we have our last live music on deck on the Happy State Bank deck. Thanks to Jam Broadcasting. We have Brent Ryan performing from 7 to 9. Doors are at 6:30 with happy hour prices, beer, wine, and margaritas. And then on Saturday, we have your face. I see that.
Okay.
On Saturday, we have a Water Street Festival, which Arcadia Live will have.
By the way, at 11 o'clock, it's the first annual Lewis Dumps Amestoy Memorial Kids Parade.
Kids Parade, yes. Wear your costumes. Have the kids wear the costumes.
Announced by me, yours truly,
That's great.
Lewis Amestoy II.
Please be good.
Okay.
Okay. So on Saturday at Arcadia Live, we will have musicians on deck from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. We will start the day with some mimosas if y'all want to come down, or orange juice, whatever fits your fancy. 10 to 12, we have Matthew James Butler. 12 to 2, Shane Stumpf. And then 2 to 4, Logan Tucker. And then we will close up the venue for just a few hours, reset, and then have Rocky Horror Picture Show in the evening. Doors are at 7:30. And then movie starts at 8. It's a shadow cast. We have Jenneth Peterson hosting once again. You get a prop bag when you walk in, included with your ticket. And I think that we're going to sell out, y'all. So we are already at a very large number. So please get your tickets now if you would like to come, because last year we did sell out the day of.
That's on Friday,
We had to turn people away. That's on Saturday.
Okay,
so the
good.
25th is like Water Street Fest.
So I can come on
Live
Saturday.
music on deck. Saturday night, 8 o'clock is Rocky Horror Picture Show. We'll be selling tickets to that while we're open for Water Street Festival on deck all day. So come stop by, grab a ticket.
So much going on. So much going on in this town.
There's so much going on in this town.
I always like that scene in Tombstone where like, there's so much going on in this burg.
That's what your tombstone should say. So yeah, that's what's going on this weekend at Arcadia. But then next week we're just very busy. We're in our busy season. So next week on the 30th, we actually have Leah's event, Rest and Reset.
Rest and Reset.
If you're ready to talk about that, do you have any other sponsor things to talk about? Would you like to talk about Rest and Reset?
I'm ready to throw this Sony HD video camera in the friggin' trash.
Well, this one looks good on Leah and I, so I think that you should just keep it here.
Less me, more you guys. By the way, live look right now at the, let me do something dramatic here. Stand by, watch this. Live look at the wall of gluten. Dun dun dun. I need to ask Jeremy what he's going to do with his beer. You're a beer drinker, right? Stacey?
I like to taste beer, yes.
Like to taste beer?
I don't really drink
what about you,
much
Leah?
anymore.
I don't like beer very well. My husband likes IPAs. So
Yeah. Right.
he likes, and also really dark beers.
Yeah,
So.
right. Okay, let me tell you. So you have your event coming up, Rest and Reset.
Rest and Reset.
I have this lovely.
It's the last in the Rise and Rebuild series at Arcadia Live.
Is this really the last one?
Yeah.
Is this the last one? Seriously? Here's
Yes,
the,
and there could be more in the future.
There's the whole deal. Isn't
no.
Sleep at the Wheel part of the?
No,
No. Okay. Is that sold out yet?
no. But you were showing the camera, and the camera, they weren't seeing that lovely.
Oh, wait. So hold on. So here it is. Here's
There you go. There it is.
Dun, dun, Rise and Rebuild. Mind, Body, and Soul. This is October 30th. You're gonna need this, folks. If you because the next day is.
I think everybody
Halloween.
needs this right now,
Yeah.
especially post flood.
What's gonna happen at this event, Leah?
So we are bringing in 6 experts in 3 fields that deal with the physical, mental, and spiritual health, and they're going to give us tips about how to deal with stress in positive ways. So look out for demonstrations, actual tips, walkthroughs, and the main kind of thrust of this is so people don't go to easy and accessible comforts, which can sometimes lead to problems. So like alcohol and drugs. And so we know this happens with catastrophic events that months 4 through 6, we see an increase of overdoses, DWIs, domestic violence,
Yes.
divorces, all these things we see. And we're actually have already tracked, and we're already seeing an uptick in crashes that are related to drinking and drugs.
Didn't like the divorce rate jump up during COVID?
The what?
The divorce rate jumped up during COVID.
I'm not an expert, but I believe it did. I think that
I think
makes
I've seen
sense.
numbers.
Yeah, I'm gonna look that up.
So
because that's people were locked down. They were depressed. They drank.
Yeah.
They
You
got.
can't get outside like at that,
Yeah.
we can't go do the normal things we were doing, which here a lot of people use the river trail, and thankfully
Yeah.
parts of it are back
Yes,
open,
thank
but
you. Yeah.
without the river, without having easy access to the river, we want to focus on things that other people can do besides going to the river or walking the trail.
Yeah, right.
If it's not accessible to them anymore.
Or just recognizing things in your own life that to use the word triggering. So we had our air go out on our side of the house, and we got it fixed. And the blower is so loud, which was hilarious.
Yeah.
But it woke me up like 4 times the night, and I'm like, why is this waking me up? And then I realized I woke up kind of in a panic. It was like, this sounds like the storm on July 4th.
Oh, really? Yeah.
And I was
Because
like,
it was so loud.
yeah, it was so loud.
Yeah.
The actual storm, and then this blower, and I'm like, why am I tense? Why is my heart beating? And I'm in the field of recognizing things like this, and so you might have triggers like that as you drive across the bridge or come in from hunt or what have you, and just kind of honoring that your body's trying to protect you, and then how are we going to work through it? What are the things that we're going to do to work through? So not everyone, thankfully, lost their house or their business, but we all were affected in some way by the flooding. And sometimes it's subconscious.
I think you're
Absolutely.
absolutely right. And I was thinking, hey, Jeremy. Yeah. Wait, come back for a second. What in the hell are you going to do with the mountain of gluten here?
The amount of
What's
what?
going to happen? Just tell us real quick. Give us a little preview.
Up your tolerance.
I know. It's my eyes are watering now.
We have our buddies at Tex Malt in Fort Worth. They're
Yeah.
the only one of 2 maltsters in the state of Texas that will take barley and turn it into malt for us to use to brew beer. And we've bought malt for them for a while, and they just donated a full pallet to us.
That's amazing.
Wow.
So said, hey, we know y'all are going to be involved doing a bunch of stuff. So if you can use it in any way, please do. And I was like, yeah, we don't have floor space. Oh, yeah, we do. We have Lewis's room.
Lewis.
And they're like, okay, yeah, screw Lewis. We're going to bring him a pallet. So
It's
That's what it
the Lano. There's different malts.
yeah, all that barley was raised in Texas. It was grown in Texas.
Yeah.
It was harvested in Texas, and it was malted in Texas. And now it's going to be used to make beer in
The
Kerrville.
Lano Pilsner malt.
Yeah, they have really they have great names.
There's also the Denton County wheat malt.
Yep.
And then
The San Jacinto Heritage Malt. That's a base malt that we use to
San
brew most of our
Jacinto.
styles.
yeah.
So is this for a new beer here?
We
Specialty beer?
we're gonna have to do
Seasonal?
a
We're gonna
yeah,
have
we're
to.
gonna have to now. We have to develop a recipe with all of the special malt
Yeah.
that they.
Kerrville Strong Malt or something?
We could call it that.
Yeah, or
we could
per
call
county?
It that. We could call it that.
I love
We
it.
could do it. Yep, but that's about a ton.
I'm gonna feel weird when it goes away, though.
I know.
I'm kind of used to it now.
It's
like a big blanket.
It is protecting one of your vulnerable spots.
Yeah,
right there.
right there.
Think about it.
Yeah, now I don't have to see anybody walk in. I'm
Yeah.
distracted by them anymore. I
Yeah.
can't just yell at people anymore, which is the number one complaint at Pine and Plow is Lewis is always yelling at us. So, all right, thank you for that. Sorry about that. I just wanted to show people that. Oh, by the way, we got a couple other things. Got to real quick, Stacy. People are saying good morning to you. Good
me?
morning, Delane. Delane says good morning. Jeff Harris
Good morning,
says good morning.
Delane.
Janelle Peralta says good morning. Phyllis Allen says good morning from Freeman Fritz. And Kristen Lopez Tenery says good morning, everyone. And she said she wants to see the old watering hole bar torn down. Look, that's not historic. That's an eyesore.
I feel like it's historic in Kerrville, is it not?
Well, I'm sure for some people who are like,
Yeah.
yeah get me out of there. I want to see them come down and work on you right now.
You want to see what?
I want to see them come down and work on you right now. Can they work on you right now at the
Who?
chair? The salt people.
The salt people.
Can they come like?
They're probably busy.
I mean, that's Kristen.
Yeah,
So
yeah. Kristen's the owner, so
Yeah.
she can come down here.
Kristen, have Tiara come down
Yeah.
or yourself. Come on.
Well, they'll actually be, like you said, they'll be at the Rest and
Yeah,
Reset
they
next
will be.
Thursday,
They're one of our
October 30th.
Vendors. We only invited 3 vendors to come because we didn't want it to be a
Vendor thing,
business-driven
right.
event.
Yeah.
But we know that's so important, and these are all 3 local businesses that are featured vendors. So we have 04th Strength and Salt Wellness Sports and Recovery, and then the Color of Clay. And each of these sort of go into one of our sections, so
Yeah.
spiritual, mental, and physical. And so that's amazing. They're each donating something for a door prize. So if you do RSVP, then you are entered to win one of the door prizes. And O4 Strength is giving away a month's membership
Oh, cool.
at their gym toward Ingram. And then Salt and Wellness is giving a lot, 6 treatments
Oh wow.
to use.
I need to RSVP.
Yes, you do.
Yes, you do.
That is amazing. And then Color of Clay is giving away a charcuterie board. I believe you can paint.
Yes.
Because that's what
we
they
love
do.
color and clay.
It's
Color
so
of clay.
great.
We go all the
and
time.
then a gift certificate.
They had some kind of event the other day. It was flood recovery, and I can't remember what it was off the top of my head. And I get bombarded with all this stuff all the time, and I'm trying to
I
sort through it all.
know. Yeah, people. Everybody's doing stuff all the time.
Kirk County Love, right? With
Yeah.
the Color of Clay. So
That's what it was.
Yep.
Right.
They are based out of, I believe, Austin. They're coming in to do a
Oh.
mosaic and through art
yes.
therapists. So therapy or
You
people.
just use that little QR code right there.
Yeah.
RSVP.
Yeah. you
Yeah,
can
I know.
do
I
it,
know.
right?
I'm working the event, but like,
It doesn't matter.
I'll RSVP too for a chance.
She'll be there, so
I will
you do
be
have to
there.
be present
Yes.
to
Yeah.
win.
Right.
Yeah, so come out next Thursday. What time is it at?
It's at 6 to 8.
Okay.
Doors open at 5:45, and we will have some of our. All of our presenters, sponsors, and vendors will have a little table set up, giving away swag, giving away their tips and tricks of when they present, and then we'll do the drawing at the end of the evening. So it should be really exciting. Josh Smithson from Young Life is emceeing.
Okay.
He's a favorite. And then we have Kerrville Parks and Rec. We have Jay Brimhall coming. He's the director, as you.
He's a very
probably
tall Mormon guy, by the way.
know. Okay, well, great.
Yeah.
I love tall Mormon
Yeah.
gentlemen. MHDD, we have a Dr. Laura Mitchell coming, and she's talking about youth respite that they have in San Marcos. So she's part of the team, and she's going to just kind of focus on youth and
Yeah.
mental health. And then we have Peterson Wellness actually coming. We have Jessica Kearns coming, and she's the manager over at the Peterson Gym.
Okay.
And she's going to show us.
She's delightful, by the way.
She is wonderful. I know her from around town, and she's going to be exciting. She's going to give us a demonstration as well. And then we have Captain Rebecca Swires from Salvation Army coming.
I've not met her yet. I met her husband.
All right,
Yeah.
she's delightful. So of course they're a pair,
Yeah.
and he's Major Swires, and then we have Captain Swires, and she's going to teach us a different way to pray through color and focus a little
Nice.
bit on lament,
Yeah.
and how lament is important to the grieving process, and in the Christian faith, how it is acceptable to lament, and Jewish faith. So I'm really excited about that.
That is exciting.
Yeah.
The one thing I think that is hitting people hard, and we talked about this a little bit before, with the Paint Kerrville thing and people, looking at the river and saying, "Oh my God," is that, and I've run across this a little bit. I don't have any data, but I'm just anecdotally, could say that the destruction of the park and the river trail is not destroyed, but the experience in the river trail has been very, I think, difficult for people to accept. It's just like yesterday, we were driving around through the park, and because before the flood, we would take the dogs every day to the park, and after the flood, it was closed for months, and so the dogs were not able to go. And there were a lot of people just like, I could see like a lot of hands on hips, like looking around like, oh my God, what is this? So I think it's been a real shock for people. The other shocking thing, Stacy, just so you know too, is the scar that is left by the stage. I walked through it. It's about 1.5 feet deep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you could see how that thing fought the whole way through before it ended up being pushed into the trees. But oh my gosh, it must have been unbelievable to watch, and terror and horror, as I think but it just left this huge scar across the main part of the park. But I feel like people who I've talked to have said, it's been that's been a shocker for a lot of folks.
I think when you go down there and you're like, okay, I'm 5'6", and I'm right here, and then just trying to imagine how big the water was, and
I mean, you just look at the bridge, and that's where it was at. It was
that
underneath
is,
it, yeah.
I mean, it's almost, it doesn't seem real.
Yeah.
I was trying to explain it to out-of-towner friends. I said, have you been to the Grand Canyon? Have you guys been to the Grand Canyon?
I
Oh,
will.
yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
And it seems so magnificent, right? It seems unreal.
Yeah. Right.
And this is sort of similar but different, that is so magnificent, but it's in a bad way, but it was so unreal. But my daughter had her senior pictures taken there. She graduated last May. At this, she was in theater. She had stage. She had it on the bridge with by the library.
Yeah.
And
right.
it is just a little, it's hard.
It's hard.
It's
Yeah.
hard to see.
Yeah.
But I'll tell you one thing that gave me hope is one of the cypress trees that broke clean off right from the base.
Yeah.
And there's a little sprout of green.
Coming out of it. Yeah.
That cypress is growing.
Right. That is good.
And it has all the water it needs and all the sunshine it needs. And we can learn a lot from it. It's just very resilient, and it keeps on going. But that little sprig of cypress fuzz, if you will, was kind of like, okay, wait a minute. If that can heal, then we can too. So
What one of the things I've talked about before, when I look at the arrest stuff for the weekend, and I kind of glance at it, I don't really. Here's my thing on crime reporting. It's a little more challenging these days for a variety of reasons. We don't have that much crime in Kerrville generally, but we have a lot of DWIs. We have a lot of possession stuff.
Yes.
It's the majority of the law enforcement is dealing with that kind of stuff. What does that do for your job and your career here? Because it's just it is an issue for our community.
Yes, it is. And I think people don't think it is. And that's hard. I think we are home to several rehabs and several recovery homes, and which is great, because what a great place to heal, right? But for us, my job is actually a coalition coordinator. So I gather other organizations, and then we tackle problems like this, looking for solutions together and hopefully change. The greatest goal is to change norms, right?
Yeah.
What we accept as a society in our own town, and what we permit to happen. But little policy changes, like social ordinances, are things that we look at. But we, HACADA, so Hill Country Council of Drug and Alcohol Abuse, we do education and training. We do intervention, treatment, And we do support services for those in training. So if you are convicted, say, of a DWI, you will be asked to be taken a class. We provide those classes. So that is one. We have minors in possession class. So that would be for alcohol or vaping now, THC, all that. We do those classes as well, and a lot of the DWI classes. But then we also do peer coach recovery. So if you're in recovery from addiction, we can help walk alongside you and give you counseling about how to live a sober life. And that is tremendous. And we just hired on 2.5, so 2 full-time, another part-time recovery coaches to help with the anticipated influx of people struggling. And then we have an outpatient program, which I'm really excited because we have a counselor coming in who will treat children or underage.
Right.
And that's sort of rare around here, but we have a resource and getting that kicked off. So
The interesting thing about this now too is, and I'm becoming more aware of this, that the big issue is vaping with the kids now.
yeah.
And they like the schools now have drop my pen, Stacy. The kids now they have detection systems for vaping.
Yes.
But there's still a lot of vaping going on, and then there's easier access to, cannabis or THC or some of those things in these vaping tools.
Yes.
Yeah.
And we don't really know the impact yet on vaping.
Well, we don't really know what's in the liquid.
Yeah.
We don't even
Correct.
know. I mean, it's propylene glycol. That's antifreeze, guys.
Yeah.
But
It's just gross.
It
Yeah.
is. And people think, and then this is not true. It's not safer.
Yeah.
It is not safer than traditional cigarettes. We still don't know what it's in it. It's loosely regulated. I mean, we've had a ban here, which has been complicated. But here's a little statistics for you. About 1 in 4, so it's 26% of middle schoolers and high schoolers in their lifetime have tried vaping.
Really.
That's So it's a
Because
little over
they
1
think
in
it's
4.
not like there's not the taboo associated with cigarettes,
Yes.
but they want to try.
And it's easier to do. You can't smell it.
Yeah.
It's easier to conceal. I mean, this could be a vape.
Yeah,
It
right.
just anything could
It is
be
a vape. What are you talking about?
Oh, it is a vape.
Yeah.
So you have that, but I know they have vape detectors usually in bathrooms is
Yeah.
where it is.
Yeah.
And
Well, what drives me crazy about vaping is that people just like assume that it's not like cigarette smoke, that it's not like they can just do it anywhere they want.
yeah. And that's not.
And it's still gross. I can smell your vape, jerk. So.
But even if you can't smell it, it still can affect you like secondhand smoke.
Yeah.
And then there's thirdhand smoke too because of the residue
Wow.
and because it's an aerosol.
Yeah.
It's, somewhat liquid. It will be on surfaces. So if you touch it and
Yeah.
then put it in your
It is super
face
gross.
or in your, So
Yeah.
it's, and it's addictive. I mean, there's a reason why tobacco people smoke. I used to smoke. I don't anymore. But it's addictive.
Yeah.
And I think that's where we have to go back is substance use disorder is a disease.
Yeah. Did they let you smoke in New Jersey in the high schools? What? Isn't that how New Jersey rolls? Like, cigars.
I'm so offended by that. No, we had to hide our cigarettes.
Okay. You went across the street with the rest of the kids?
Yeah, you could smoke on the way to the parking lot. 'Cause our parking lot was technically off campus.
Okay.
A lot of kids
All
smoked
right.
out there.
But you worked in Vegas for a long time though.
Yeah, and you
it's
can smoke in all the casinos.
But
there.
it's gotten a lot better though.
For sure. I was just in Vegas like a couple weeks ago, and we stayed at Red Rock Casino.
Yeah.
And
Which is off strip, but
it's off the strip, correct. It's beautiful.
It is beautiful.
But there was not as many people smoking. There's still people smoking inside in the casino, but there's some casinos on the strip, like the Cosmo, you can't smoke at all inside. But I feel like it wasn't as much as, when I lived there 10
I just
years
remember
ago.
opening up my suitcase after being in, or my bag of stuff, and I was like, oh, Lord, put it outside.
Yeah.
Because the cigarette smoke was so
I think it's in
repulsive.
general, a lot of people aren't smoking as much anymore.
Yeah.
So that was nice.
But
Because
vaping,
I'm walking
though,
through.
I'm sure is probably a big
Yeah,
deal.
I mean, I saw that too.
Did you see that inside casinos, vaping? Okay, so vaping is,
Yeah.
and so that's one of the things like that we would do is say,
Yeah.
and I think there is city ordinances, like you cannot vape on school
Right.
property.
You can't vape on this property.
Yeah. And I think
Yeah.
they've included that where that was a quick turnaround because people were trying to like, well, if I can't smoke, I can vape. But
Yeah. I mean, there's still that mentality, so
Yeah.
there's people out there that still vape. But still, the biggest one is alcohol.
yeah.
You know, we have a weird relationship
The
with
access to
alcohol.
alcohol too. I sat in a
Yes.
meeting and learned a lot with Hakata.
Hakata.
And the access to alcohol here in the Hill Country is like the largest. What was the statistic?
Well, I don't
Like the most.
remember.
It was like the most accessible, like in the Hill Country area. It was like in Kerr County.
Yes, that we have a high density
Yes.
of that, and it's cheap.
Yeah.
So if you're like, we look at stuff like per drink, per puff. What's the cost?
I know it's funny when I had my friends from California out, two of them who are beer drinkers, one who loves beer tremendously. I brought them to Pint and Plow, and they were like, "Dude,
This beer's so cheap.
this beer is so cheap
Yeah.
and it's so good.
Yeah.
What the heck's wrong with you?
Yeah.
Charge more."
And I just like to say, adults can do what they want within legal means. You're an adult. And I think what we want to really focus on is that we don't have underage people drinking.
Yeah.
And I think I'm 45, no, how old am I? 46, almost 47. And I'm like, how old? 21, right? 21.
Mm-hmm.
And smoking's gone up. You can't buy cigarettes or vape until
Right.
you're 21. But this 18 to 21 is this weird nebulous time where you're an adult, but you're not allowed to buy.
Yeah.
And I feel like I don't know why, but maybe there's some confusion with that
Yeah,
for some people.
I'm sure there is.
And you're like, no, it's illegal
Right.
for your 19-year-olds to drink.
Yeah.
So
A lot of people ignore that,
Yes.
And so, that's the challenge of it too, is that even when I was growing up, which is in the 80s, alcohol was the go-to for a lot of people. I know marijuana was around and different drugs, but I never saw those as a kid. But drinking though, yeah. Bartles and James was a lot of people's best friends in those days.
Yeah. Mad Dog.
Mad Dog, yeah.
That's what I grew up on.
40 of Old E.
Boone's Farms, that's always-
Boone's Farms, yeah. Thunderbird was the other cheap wine, but yeah, we would send guys into buy beer and they could always fake it.
Yeah.
So
Same. I used to buy at a local liquor store in my hometown before I was 21.
you're like, oh,
It was just, I don't know.
They just knew.
Yeah, I don't know. They just never carded me.
I would card you right now. You look very young.
Thanks. That's the goal.
That's the goal. Ding.
Thanks to Salt Wellness
Yeah.
for taking care of me.
Salt will. I told Kristen to come down here, but you look at it. It's like you've got these issues here, and once that addiction takes hold, it is so hard to
Yeah.
defeat.
Yeah, it is. It is very difficult. Yes, alcoholism, having substance use disorder with alcohol is the only disorder that will kill you if you try to quit. Or,
Yeah.
it can kill you.
It can kill you,
if you are detoxing.
right? Or if you
and-
take the drugs and then you go back on. It's just bad.
Yeah. And it is amazing what, just looking from the brain aspect, what it does to your brain.
Yeah.
And how we talk about tolerance.
It makes you dumber.
It kind of does. It shrinks your brain.
Yeah.
And especially in adolescence, you are really disrupting your growth. And not just thinking, but like processing.
Right.
And that's a really big thing. So I really caution people. And I think an occasional drink is great, but I think drinking your sorrows away is where we need to be worried.
Yeah.
It's where it can be dangerous, and not everyone can stop.
No. No, it's really tough. And I said it before, I've got a situation in my own family where I deal with this all the time. And thankfully there's some sobriety now. And, but it's just so hard for that person, to like, I can't, even if you look at little things you might be addicted to in real life, I was addicted to Coca-Cola for a long time.
Yeah.
And I quit cold turkey and it was bad. Now I replace it with coffee, which probably isn't good either. But I mean, that's just a little thing. Those little things you do, those little habits you have, just trying to quit those things is tough. So.
That's why this rest and reset will give us some other vices that we can use. Hopefully, tips and tricks we can walk away with.
Yeah.
Right.
To help us not go down a path that maybe we don't want to go down, but we're just like falling into.
Yes.
Right.
And because it is easy and it's accessible and it's acceptable is one. I think that we saw a couple of years ago, like 10 years ago, the whole mommy wine craze, right? It was all about mommy needs her juice and mommy needs this. And,
I've seen that. Or how about when you had baby showers when there was like, a full bar,
Well, or kids parties nowadays, it's a cultural thing. And so it's something just to think about. It's not to like shame anyone. It's just to say, hey, where could this lead? The normalization. Is this, good for our kids to see this, or good for what have you to see?
I think the thing that's hard for a lot of people, like I don't see any value personally. Like, like I've never really experimented with drugs ever. Like people are like, oh, I love marijuana. I'm like, ugh, yuck, gross. But I do know that some people there's different products now that would be appealing. Make it, like I just don't like the idea of smoking. I thought it was gross when I was 4. I think it's gross now. And some people, there's 2 things I think were gross when I was a kid. Smoking, because my grandfather did it. And the other great grandfather, he had tattoos, which were also gross. Because the tattoos look like they're just big green smears going down his arms. But, I think that's the thing, though, that we have so many pleasures in life. And the alcohol, quite frankly, is delicious sometimes.
Well, yeah, and it's
the orange whip at the Arcadia Live.
Yes.
This is going to be delicious for people who can handle the gluten.
Yeah.
The orange whip at Arcadia Live was delicious. What did I have? I've had some cocktails by the way. They've just been fantastic.
For sure.
But it's the limit. When do you cross that line? How do you help yourself?
Every major civilization is a mark of civilization is that you've created some sort of alcoholic drink. I mean, it's been a part of human history for years, but it's also, and I think it's just something we have to be careful of. And that's,
and knowledgeable about.
And the more we know about what it does to brain development is kind of the modern kind of take on it that we need to be careful about, and just the knowledge that we have about addiction. Well,
and this is the thing too, we're a clever species, we figured out how to brew beer, and distill stuff, and so some really smart people many years ago were like, oh, we're going to take this, take that, and it's going to make something into this as well. And
the monks made champagne. It was like, I'm drinking stars.
Yeah, they're like, wow, this is fantastic. We're a very clever species, and so this is something though that you have to. But we struggle with the too much. The excess is where it gets to be a problem.
Well, and just if you're thinking about a drink and it's the middle of the day, or say it's been a hard day, I can't wait to have a drink. That should give you maybe just a little pause and just say, okay, what else could I do? It's okay to have a drink, but if you're thinking that often, it's just a little maybe self-reflection, like, whoa, what if I need 2 drinks? What if I need 3 drinks or more?
What if I need a new camera that actually stays in focus? That's probably my addiction right now is cameras. I got too many of them. This has been a delightful conversation, Leah. I really appreciate it very much because it's something that I think about all the time. Like I was faced with addiction issues, not myself, but just in my family.
Sure, and it does affect family.
And it's been a hard sleepless night thing, and
I've had many friends go through addiction of many different substances. I've seen them in their worst. I've seen them go through rehab. I've seen them relapse. So it does affect everybody.
And I think we don't need to demonize people.
No.
It is a disease.
It's a total disease.
And we need to, there is compassion and, it used to be, it's not a moral failing. Can I say that like 3, 4, or 5 times? Like it's not a moral failing. The best way to cure addiction is community.
Yeah.
Friends, church, family, getting involved, volunteering. This is a great way to curb addiction.
Well, that's the other underlying part is the mental health piece too, because a lot of times people
Right.
get that, like you said before, they get depressed, and then they just I'm just going to retreat and just drink,
Isolate.
yeah. And I fight against that with, my people, like don't isolate, don't deal with it. So
Yeah.
because there's some long term. Your long-term health is what we're trying to protect.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And that's with this, just one more plug for the event. We are asking, storms will come, right? You will always, this is what Major Spires preached on Sunday a couple of years ago at the Salvation Army Church. Storms will come. And you can choose if you're built on a rock or if you're built on the sand, but you can choose in this light how you react. You know that there will be hard times, so you can make a plan. So our question to you is, what's your plan when things get stressful?
Right.
So yeah, maybe I can ask you right now. I'll be the interviewer real quick.
Yeah, do it.
What's your plan when things get stressful, guys?
Work harder.
Okay, that is a plan.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah. Sure.
we could discuss the merits of that, but that's your plan.
Yeah. Mine is, actually it's been a good thing because there's been times during this marathon that is covering this flood that you're like, oh man, when's it going to be over?
Yeah.
It's not going to be over for a long time. And you have to just walk away from it sometimes, and do little things, maybe it is get that massage at Salt Wellness, by the way. Or maybe it's just losing yourself in TV for a little bit, so anyway, that's
Walking your dog.
Walking your dog. No, that's more of a pain in the ass than anything.
Yeah.
What do you got? What is yours?
Yeah, what's your plan?
Well, I just really enjoy spending time in my backyard with my children.
Yeah.
It's like a place of solace for me.
You know what I would enjoy, quite frankly. I would
What?
just enjoy your older boy,
Arlo.
Arlo.
Yeah. I enjoy
Arlo Guthrie Schultz.
Arlo Guthrie. Arlo Everett is his name.
I would like to, because
I know Arlo Guthrie. Yes.
he's such a delight.
Yeah, he is.
He is a delight
There's just certain kids we should rent out to play catch with,
to play catch with.
I mean,
He will
that's-
play catch with you if you ever want to come
Oh
over
my
and play
gosh,
catch
yeah,
with him.
I'd love
That's
it.
what I mean. I like to sit with my family in my backyard. But I will say that recently our trip to Nevada was so needed and necessary. And if y'all could get out of the state of Texas,
Yes, yeah.
just for a weekend even, it felt really good to get away a little bit
Yeah.
and then to rest and reset almost and
Yeah.
come back.
Well, especially when you
Full
both are
force.
doing such great work with the community.
Thank you.
You
Yes.
know, I've been, Lewis, you don't even know me, but I've been worried about you because I know the cover. I'm serious with the coverage
Cover's
you're
been
doing
crazy,
because
yeah.
I'm like, is he okay? He's
Yeah.
doing important
He needs-
work. You know,
yeah.
is Stacy okay? She's
Yeah.
doing important work. So if you know of people who are doing important work, definitely
that
reach
need-
out and check.
I did. We went out to West Texas, and I made the
Nice.
drive into Big Bend from Presidio. I'm gonna tell you right now, that's
Beautiful.
one of the best drives in America.
Yeah.
And the only problem with it was we had the dogs with us, and it was hot, and they were like, "We're not getting out of this car.
Yeah.
Keep
yeah.
the AC on. We're moving along." Hey, I want to mention though, there's a great opportunity for the sponsor. Arcadia Live is one of the sponsors of this Rest and Reset event.
Yes.
Calming Communities,
Yes.
and by the way, Cartwheels Catering.
Look at that. Cartwheels once again.
They are
Cartwheel.
giving us sweet treats.
Ooh, we love
I'm
cartwheels.
Right.
Very excited to see what they
Yes.
come up with.
SAMHSA, Communities Talk, and then SJRC Texas Belong. What is that? What is that a group? What group is that?
So SJRC Texas Belong is the agency or a nonprofit that runs our foster system in Texas.
Okay.
So Holly Pickett is, I believe, I'm probably going to promote her to director in this, but she is part of our coalition as well as the Arcadia, who have come alongside to put this event on. And she had Calming Communities, and they're based in Houston, reach out, and they're donating 100 sensory activity bags for children at our event. So it's not a children's event, but we will have things for children.
All ages.
For all
Yes.
ages, yes.
All right, before we go, real quick, don't forget the JP Properties. Janelle Peralt, she's got a beautiful home for sale about 7 miles from here, and it's on an acre. It's about $300,000. Well, it's a little over $300,000, I should say, and it is gorgeous with water on it. Jack Lamb was in here like just salivating over it.
Is Jack Lamb going to buy it?
I don't think he wants to buy it, but he was
okay.
salivating over it. Ashley Phillips was salivating over it too.
Yeah.
But jppropertiestx.com, go take a look at all of our houses. And then also don't forget that our friend Scott Shellhace over at SLS Partnership and his wonderful team of architects and designers can get you into something that you might need, like a new ballroom attached to something else. All right, Stacy, what did you learn today? Go.
I learned that Andrew Gay has a new email and he's off the steering committee. Good for you, Andrew.
Andrew is.
We loved your time there.
Yes.
But I knew all about rest and reset 'cause
Yep.
I've been working with Leah,
Yes.
so that isn't
That's
new
good.
to me. So that's what I learned today.
Leah, did you learn anything new today? Look at it, I'm in focus.
Goodness. Oh my.
Isn't that terrifying?
Yeah, please don't do that.
Yes, I'm drawing a blank. I'm sorry. I did
Yeah.
listen.
I
think
draw
it
a
was
blank this is a plus 45 thing.
okay, maybe.
Drawing blanks.
That's sad for me, but okay, I can deal.
I feel it every day. Well, yesterday we had, was it yesterday we had people on the show? I think we had Laura Williams. No, it was on Monday, and I couldn't remember Laura Williams' first name. I'm like, Williams, what is your first name, for God's sakes? I can't remember it for the life of
It's
me.
also a postpartum thing.
Is it?
Because I was in a meeting with Lacey recently and I was staring at her and I was like, what is her name? And she's like one of my best friends.
Lacey Paxton?
Yeah. I was like, what is her name for like 10 minutes?
Oh, then she
It
just...
happens.
came to me.
Yep, this is my trick.
Yeah.
With someone.
But did you learn anything today?
I did. I think you made a really interesting question about the historical buildings, so that did cut because I'm a bit of a poli-sci nerd and public servant, nerd and policy. And you're right, there does need to be some upgrade, but maybe
not with a bulldozer.
or
Backup.
during one of the second longest shutdowns,
Yeah. Right.
government shutdowns.
Right.
One of our partners is not able to come and help because of the shutdown.
That hurts. That hurts.
It does,
Yeah.
and that's.
And depending on the beauty of our political system right now is it's somebody's fault. You can just assign blame to anybody. So it's either the Democrats' fault or the Republicans' fault. It's both of your faults. Figure it out.
Just get it done.
Get it
Do your
done.
jobs.
All right, tomorrow we got people on the show tomorrow. Leslie will be here tomorrow. Kylie Gazelle will be here tomorrow. I'm sure we have other guests coming tomorrow. Oh, Delaney Siegerman will be here
I was going to say
tomorrow.
the city. Yeah.
Here's the thing. If I say they're coming, I jinx it.
No, Delane's coming tomorrow.
Delane is coming
I know
tomorrow.
that
Yeah,
for
Delane
sure.
is coming tomorrow for sure.
Delane and Gina, maybe?
Maybe. But I don't know about Dalton and the rest of those
Yeah.
guys. They may show up.
Okay.
Come
see Rocky Horror
Yeah, I'm going to go check it out.
Saturday night. And
Okay.
you should also come to Rest and Reset, of course, October 30th.
Right.
But lots to do this weekend.
Well, thanks to everybody that was here. Thanks to Leah. Thanks to the
thank
great and
you.
powerful Stacy.
Happy to do it. as
Yeah,
always.
thanks to Peterson Health for funding this endeavor. Thanks to the beer wall that's here. Everybody have a great rest of your day. We'll see you guys again tomorrow.